All right, so this is going to be a quick one. This PC, this motherboard is for X1 Carbon 6th gen, that is 8 gen CPU. So the owner of this PC said that water sprayed into it, and after some days, it stopped working. And perhaps he took it to a place, I don't know, I didn't ask him. So on checking, I opened up the PC and I could not find any traces of water. But when I plug it in, there's no sign that the fan is spinning, nothing. All right. So I go back to the RTC section. RTC section is around here. So here's the schematic diagram for the RTC section. So I check here, there's this diode here. So there was 3.2, let me say approximately 3.3 volts here. All right, so it comes to this diode, it's passed here. So this diode is not bad, and comes here, it comes out here. All right. Meanwhile, why this? It was hidden. Okay, that is around here. Yeah, it was hidden because here was covered with a black, very hard black substance. So it was used to hide both the diode and the 1K resistor. So I tried to pull it out and I pulled everything out. Although I've replaced it, I've looked for an alternative. This is 1K resistor, and yes, a diode, you see, is much bigger than the one that was there before. But this one is doing the job. It's a one direction diode. So there was voltage here. So it comes to this place as well. So that means the RT section is okay. Okay. So on observing this fan, I noticed that when I plug in the charger, right? When I plug in the charger, this power light will blink once and the fan will spin. And after some time, this fan will attempt to spin, but it will not spin. All right. So I fed the BIOS firmware. Then I removed the BIOS chip that is on it. And on checking, the BIOS chip should be, that is 128 megabits. That is, if you divide it by 8, it should give you 16 MB, right? So I discovered that this file size, the chip itself, right? Here's the chip, BIOS chip. Yeah, the chip itself, it is 4 MB, right? And the file size is same 4 MB. I mean, why? This motherboard, this motherboard, that is NMB481, that is X1 Carbon, yeah, X1 Carbon 6 gen, that is 8 gen CPU. The file size is 16 MB, and the BIOS chip is 16 MB, 16 megabytes, that is 128 megabits. So that means, so that explains the cause of the problem. Could it be that the owner of this PC took it to a place for them to fix it, but they changed the BIOS chip to something else? Or could it be that the BIOS chip got spoiled and it reduced the size to 4 MB? But I doubt, because if BIOS chip should get spoiled, it is either a read that is EEPROM, or it's going to give you 0, or say that it could not recognize chip. But that was not the case. So the case was that 4 MB file. I even created backup for it, right? For the 4 MB file. Now let me show you. So here is a backup. This is a piece that I used to reprogram the BIOS chip, and here's the firmware for the BIOS chip. So the backup that I made is here. All right, so here is a Thinkpad X1 Carbon 6 gel. Look at the size. This is 6 gel BIOS backup, 4 MB. It shouldn't be. The file size should be 16 MB. All right, this is the downloaded file. Is right here, and this is it, 16 MB. This one is downloaded file, 5 MB, and here is 16.384 kilobyte. So that is 16 MB file. So I fetch the BIOS chip that is 128 megabit, that is 16 MB. Then I program the BIOS chip, right? And here's the PC. It is working, and this light is steady. And here is a keyboard attached to it. Okay, here's a keyboard, and see that it's low. Yeah, caps lock off and on. So it has posted. So that means the PC is working. So what's the cause of this problem? Was because the BIOS chip that is there is not meant for the PC. But it could be that the BIOS is damaged, but I doubt. Because I made 4 MB. There shouldn't be 4 MB, it should be 16 MB. So after I reprogram it, and it is working. So next thing for me is just to assemble the PC. Remember, as I started, I checked the RT section, and RT section is okay. Then I noticed that immediately I plug charger, the power light flashes, then the fan spins and it goes off. And after some time, this fan will attempt to spin, but it will not spin. So I just go straight to the BIOS section, remove the BIOS chip. I figured that it was not the chip that should be there. So I fetch same size, that is 16 MB, then we program the BIOS, then voila, it's working. So that is how I fix this ThinkPad.